Hey everybody, this is Afrologik vlog number 11. I'm still in the game. It's a beautiful day here in Tennessee. I hope that wherever you are is just as beautiful. Sun is out, birds chirping. That's the kind of stuff I like. I get into that kind of thing. The sky is super blue. I'm gonna get out there and mess around out there sometime today. So anyway, getting straight to the subject without a whole lot of extra monologue. The subject for today is dry beggars. Do you know what a dry beggar is? A dry beggar. I'm sorry, you can probably hear some bells. Apparently my daughter is on lunch and so she's going to be texting me. A dry beggar is somebody who will come up to you, call you, whatever, to ask you for something, but without asking you for it. Their expectation is that you'll hear their sad story and offer help, but they never ask. And it irritates me because if you don't ask, you won't get. Nobody is required to listen to your sad story and offer help if they can help you. Because how do they know that you're asking them for help? As far as they're concerned, you could just be venting because you need to get something off your chest. But if you don't ask, you ain't gonna get it. And what trips me out is because I know that a lot of people probably do the same thing when they're talking to the universe, being conservative with what they want to ask for. If they're asking for answers, if they're asking for specific things, and they go to the universe and they're all jaded in what they're saying, they're being evasive, then the universe can't help you. How is it going to help you when you're not asking for anything? The universe will listen. It's like a lot of people will listen, hear what you're saying, and, probably my heart goes out to you. I hope things work out. But because you didn't ask, you won't get it. I have a cousin who is like really successful in real estate, buying, selling, flipping, does very well with it. And several years ago, when I was, out here looking to buy a house, this wasn't out here, it was in Michigan, but, looking to buy a house, he told me that whenever you bid on a house, you need to bid so low that you're almost embarrassed to even make the bid, because that gives you a little bit of leverage, a little bit of moving space, because most likely they're not going to accept that bid, but it gives you a little bit of moving space. It's the same thing when you're talking to the universe. When you ask the universe for something, you need to be so specific that you feel like you're being petty. I mean, you need to describe what it is you want to details. If it's somebody you want, if it's something you want, if it's an answer that you want, when you ask for it, you need to be abundantly clear, or else you're just not going to get it, or you're just going to put it off. I mean, you have to do that. I know that it don't feel right. When I first started to do that, when I first started to, meditating and manifesting, and, it was like really hard for me to do that, because it felt like, I know what I want. Universe understands. You see me going through this journey, this confusion, it knows. It's with me all the time. The universe is with me all the time, so it knows. And so I don't need to break everything down to an atom because it understands. No. That's not how it works. You have to ask. You have to be specific. Give whole names. If you want if it's a certain car you want, you say, I want a black Prius with leather seats and a sunroof, and you describe every detail, every, what do you call it, feature. You describe it to the letter. If it's a person you want, if you know that person's name, give their name. Describe them. He's 6 feet tall. He weighs such and such amount of pounds. He's this complexion. His eyes are this color. You have to break it down that way. I know it will seem like rather that man, the universe is making me beg. The universe is making me do things in such a way that I would never do them. And if the universe is part of me, then it understands what I need and I shouldn't have to do that. But you do. You do, or else it just won't work. It just won't work. When you're manifesting the things that you want, you have to be very, very specific. If you want to move, get the city and state you want to move to. If it's just a different neighborhood you want to live in, give that neighborhood. You have to do it. Don't go dry begging the universe, because you're only playing yourself. And when you dry beg anybody, you're only playing yourself, because chances are you're not going to get what it is you're looking for. There are some people who compassionate and understand that you might be a little embarrassed to come out and ask for something, but those people, not very many of them, not very many of them, because everybody else got problems of their own, and will probably be more than willing to listen to your story, but that it doesn't mean that they're going to help you. If they can help, even if they can help you, just because they know you're in a situation don't mean that they will. So you gotta ask. You gotta ask. You gotta put pride aside. You gotta not be embarrassed about it. There's no reason to be embarrassed anyway, because I have not yet met a person who didn't need help with something now and then. And that's what we are here for, to be of service to each other, to help when we can, to offer what we can to help somebody, because we want that same reaction when we want something. It's paying it forward. Everybody's heard about paying it forward. It's paying it forward. By helping somebody else, you're investing in yourself. And mostly just do it because you feel good. Never give anything to anybody with the expectation that you're going to get that in return when you need it. And never give anybody anything that you can't afford to lose. Never loan any amount of money out that you can't afford to lose. Now, if you go into an agreement with somebody and the understanding is that you're going to get it back, that's something different. Nowadays you probably need to get that written down somewhere. But that's just how it works. You have to. And then if you do, of course, agree to pay it back via money or some service or whatever, you need to be accountable for that and make sure that you give it back. But that dry beggars are assuming. They assume that if I go tell my sad story to enough people or to the right person, then somebody will help me. That's assumption, and assumption is not a guarantee. A yes or a no is more of a guarantee, because at least you got it out there. You asked somebody, they wasn't able to do it, or they were able to do it, but you never would have gotten any kind of result if you did not ask. And just be blatant. With me, I feel better after I've gotten something off of my chest, or asked somebody for something, and got an answer flat out, because now I know what I have to do, or I got the help. And in the case of me, usually when I ask somebody for help, I get it. But there's been times when I was told no, or I can't do it right now, or just a straight up no. And if somebody asks you for something and you just can't do it, or even if you just don't want to do it, just say no. Nobody's going to die because you said no. In most cases, I guess there are cases. I guess if someone was like, hey, I need a kidney. If I don't get a new kidney, I'm going to die. You still have to give an honest answer. And whatever the result is, you have to live with it. And it goes with everything. Never assume anything. You don't assume that something is something, and when you don't really know. People have that real bad with each other, assuming that they're in a relationship and they're not, assuming that they have certain pull with some person or entity, whatever, when they really don't, because they've never made it clear. They've never had that discussion that would make it clear what the design of said relationship is. Ask for clarity all the time. Don't assume. Don't assume. I mean, I understand we get vibes, yeah, but you still have to make clear what it is that you see, that you feel, what you need. Because if it's not that, you have time to move on, do something else, find another way to get whatever it is that you need. There's a trillion ways to do each and everything that you want to do. I promise you, there's nothing that there's only one way to do. There's plenty of ways to do whatever it is you want to do. There's plenty of ways to get whatever it is you need. Plenty of them. Sometimes you have to get creative. Sometimes you have to just look harder, work harder, but there is always a way. But you'll never know unless you get that clarity. You never know what you have to do in order to get whatever it is that you need at that time until you make it clear what you need and then make a very strong effort to go out there and get it. So that's my thing, don't dry bag people, because I promise you it irritates that person. And then 9 times out of 10, dry baggers don't do it once. That's been my experience. I'll get somebody to contact me and tell me the same story over and over and over, but they haven't asked me for anything. They haven't. I'll sit there and listen. I'll give an opinion. What I'm real good at is, well, that thing happened to me before, and this is what I did. And this is, if you do it this way, this could be a result. If you do it that way, this could be a result. But whatever happens, you're accountable for it. So make wise decisions. That's my thing. That's my advice to everybody all the time. But if you do not ask me, Brandy, I need you to do this for me. Can you come pick me up? Can you, whatever. Ask me. If I can do it, I'll do it. With me, it's always, if I can do it, I'll do it. It's hardly ever, no, I just don't want to do it. With me, it's always that. But there are people who just don't want to do it. And so you have to find another ride. You can't just call somebody and be like, man, I'm stuck out here at work. My car is broken down. I don't know how I'm going to get home. I got to go pick up the kids from daycare. I got to make dinner. I don't know how I'm going to get home. Because the answer might be like, dang, that's messed up. They might start offering other solutions. Can you call Uber? Ain't nobody you can get to come out there and come and get you. Because all you did was make a statement. There was no little curly punctuation mark at the end of that. So that's what you got to do. I am Brandy Badass. This is my story, and this is Afrologik blog. And as always, I invite you to check out Afrologik blog. That's Afrologik, AFROLOGIK.com. I invite you to check out my blog. You can get me on IG. IG would be I am Brandy Badass, BRANDIBADDASS. I am Brandy Badass. Afrologik blog Instagram page, which is Afrologik blog. Afrologik on Facebook, which is just Afrologik. Excuse me. Get at me. So that's my story. If you need something, ask for it. That's the only way you're gonna get it. If you don't get it, you at least know what you have to do so you can get it. You at least know you got to find another way. There's a million ways. Don't give up. Don't give up. But specifically, when you are talking to the universe, the source, your God, don't be too proud or too embarrassed to blatantly ask, because it's the only way that you got a chance of getting it. It's the only way. And don't be afraid when talking to the universe to ask over and over and over. The universe is working on you getting what it is you want. The universe is working on that. But you got to show how much you want it. You got to show the universe, look, I'm talking to you every night and every morning, and I'm going to until I get what I want. And then when you're done meditating, or however you talk to the universe, your God, the source, however, when you get done talking to that person, that spirit, you go out and you do everything you can to go get it. And you'll get it. I'm proof of that. You'll get it. You'll get it. I am working on a very big life-changing project, and every night, because I do so much research on it, every night for at least 5-10 minutes, I feel like this is not gonna work. I don't think this is a good idea. I don't. Then I'll meditate and breathe on it, go to bed feeling a little bit better about it. But the spirit inside of me to do it is bigger than my doubts. So I wake up every morning and go, what we gonna do today to work on the plan? I don't care that I gotta work today. I'm gonna be working harder on the plan than I'm gonna work on that job. So what am I so I'm saying that to say that even when I doubt what I'm asking for, I know that because I want it so bad, I'm gonna get it, and because I am talking to the source, and because I am connecting with the universe, and because I am connecting to things that are greater than me, because I've asked for it so many times, it won't let me give up. It won't let me give up. So the same thing with you. Find out what you want. Go get it. Don't dry beg. Just ask for it. Be a G. I want this. This is what I want. It got to be this. No substitute. It can't be something like this. It's got to be this. Commit yourself to it. If it's not this, I want nothing. It's got to be this. It works. It works. It works. It works. I'm Brandy Badass. You all have a wonderful one. We'll be talking soon. New blog coming out tomorrow on Afrologik. It's already written. I'm proud of myself because it's complete. All I have to do now is type it, get it over to the editor, and we're good. So you all be beautiful. Thank you for watching. Deuces.